Hi guys, yet another video. I'm going to set everybody a challenge today because the NHS is doing a fantastic work. I'm going to show you how to try and screen print from home if you can get hold of the bits and pieces that I've got here. So without having to go out and buy a screen printing kit, you can try and improvise at home. And if you can manage to do a t-shirt using an embroidery loop, we then can print out "We love the NHS" and try and get this across. You can print it out on anything. It could be a t-shirt, or it can be a piece of paper, or anything that you like. And the challenge would be to try and print it at home and have this given to somebody that works on the front line for us, for the coronavirus. Okay, so this is an embroidery loop. If you can find one of these at home, that'll be fantastic. Okay, and all you need is a bit of nylon curtain. You know, you might be feeling adventurous enough to have one in at home that you might just want to cut out. So if you do so, that's all you're going to need is that and this. Okay, so we're going to open the loops. Okay, and we're going to try and stretch a single bit of nylon onto the loop. Okay, and then put the other one on top. So we're going to try and stretch it out in a way that is quite firm. Okay, and you can tighten these out as much as you can on the side so it doesn't flex. Okay, so try and do it and work it out in a way that it doesn't flex too much, so you got some sort of, you know, stable base. Right, okay, so this is one I've done earlier. Okay, so it kind of bounces back a little bit. Okay, but it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, remember, we're trying it out and we're having fun with it. So once you got your loop, you're going to put that on the side and you're going to try and get some plain bits of paper. And since that's round, I've cut an A4 piece of paper. I cut out a square, so I've drew the actual outline of an inner loop. Okay, so I've got onto that, and then with the letters, with these letters, okay, I drew them on with a pencil, and I've done that. Okay, so I then cut them out, so I've got a lovely round piece of paper that is exactly the same size of the actual loop. Okay, and that sits right inside the loop very nicely. Okay, so you cut out the actual letters with a Stanley knife with the help of a grown-up if you're doing it with your children. Okay, and we're going to try and print this onto a t-shirt. Okay, so in order to do this, we're going to get an old t-shirt that we've got here. Okay, and we're going to put some white paper inside the t-shirt so it doesn't stick to the back of it. Okay, and we've got some lovely colours here. We've got white and blue, which resemble the colours of the NHS. Okay, do not get rid of these because you can use them on a second workshop I'm going to run. Okay, so you keep the letters for another printout. Okay, so we're going to put the t-shirt, the plain t-shirt, flat on the surface with a nice bit of newspaper inside. Okay, and then we're going to take that loop that we stretched earlier, and we're going to take that NHS writing. Okay, and without putting any sellotape around it like I normally do, but this one is, you know, is a bit different, so we can just adventure a bit more. We're going to place the loop facing down onto the actual writing. Okay, and we're going to keep it onto the writing. Okay, it's actually the same size, so you can't go wrong, but you could get your kids to actually hold it down, or mummy and daddy can hold it down while the children are actually trying to print from this. Okay, so then we're going to get a squidgy of any kind. This is or just a card. You know, you can use an old credit card. Don't use the new ones. Mind you, nowadays you can't really do much with it. And then we're going to put a little bit of acrylic paint mixed with textile medium that I've got here, okay? And I'm going to put it on the top side because the space I'm going to print is very small. The only thing you're probably going to find difficult to improvise is actually the textile paint colors, okay? But because this is an act of love, even if you were to use just normal acrylics, you can actually achieve the same effect. But, you know, obviously they might come out in the wash, or, you know, there might be a little bit less movement on the t-shirt. They won't come off straight away, but it's obviously textile acrylic paints are the best to do the job on fabric, okay? But if you're improvising, yes, and you're doing an act of love, you can just use acrylic paints and it'll be fine, okay? Because then you can just wash everything off. And okay, and then what we're going to do, you're going to put it at the end of a card, and we're going to scrape it on top. You hold the screen down and we're just going to scrape it on top, okay, of the letters, okay? Okay, try and hold it still. Whilst you're doing this, we're going to add a little bit more colour, and then we're going to go on top of the NHS. Okay, try not to go over the rest of the design. Don't go too much over the white. You know, just cover the letters. All you want is the colour to go through the actual writing. Okay, so once you've done this, you can just put this on the side, okay? Make sure your hands are clean. Mine aren't, so I'm going to quickly clean them up. Okay, whilst you be patient. Okay, it's paramount that your hands are clean when you lift it, especially if you want to give this as a present to somebody, okay? And now what we're going to do, we're just going to lift the screen, okay? This is an extra bit of a nylon, but you can cut it down if you like, just to the side, you know, just round it up to the size of the actual embroidery loop, okay? So we're going to try and lift it. Hold on. So there's quite a bit of excess there. I don't want it to muck up. Okay. Ta-da! There we go. We love the NHS. Okay. Now the actual paper would have stuck to the embroidery loop. So you can actually do more than one t-shirt, okay? You can actually go to another t-shirt, place this down and reprint from it, okay? It will probably last about 6 or 7 t-shirts, and then you can chuck it out and start again. You just wash the screen, okay? You can just wash it off. You wash the nylon and you can reuse it once it's dried up. And if you want to do this quickly, you can maybe dry it after you wash it with hair dryer, or you can wash the nylon and then dry it up with an iron, okay? Once you've done the t-shirt, you can dry it with a hair dryer, turn it inside out and iron it without steam at high temperature for a few minutes, and that will fix the colours. This is if you're using proper textile paints that you've got at home. If you haven't, you can just dry it up with a hair dryer and then it's ready to go, and you can just give it to somebody that you care about, somebody that is making a difference for us in the front line at the moment. Okay, so we love the NHS Improvised T-shirt challenge. I'm challenging anybody and everybody to bring this to the front line to show them respect. Okay, that's all for now, and I hope you enjoy this video, and follow me on Instagram as carolpintus_workshops, and on my YouTube channel, Carol Pintus. Find me and subscribe, and let's make a difference. Bye. Hope you enjoy this.